Have you ever paused, maybe just for a second, to consider how truly, well, foundational a father's influence is?
Hmm.
Not just the big, obvious things, but uh, those quiet, day-to-day moments, the ones that often go unnoticed.
Yeah, it really does shape things subtly.
It's like this underlying architecture,
Yeah.
shaping a child's entire world. So today we're doing a deep dive,
A fascinating one, I think.
absolutely, into the profound and definitely evolving role of fatherhood. And we're guided by Anath Lee Wales' really remarkable book, Beyond the Fatherhood.
Right. And our mission here for you listening is really to get beyond the surface level.
Exactly.
We want to unpack the critical insights into a father's unique influence, pinpoint those practical qualities that really make a good dad,
What does that actually look like?
and explore how this vital role connects with the whole family picture. The goal is to give you a concise but deeply informed pathway, hopefully inspiring too.
I think it will be. It's kind of a surprising truth, isn't it? We all rightly celebrate the indispensable role of mothers, universally,
Of course.
but the distinctive, often maybe underestimated influence of fathers, it holds an equally profound weight.
It really does. We're talking about an impact that carves out specific pathways in a child's development. It shapes their resilience, their relationships.
Even their future success, yeah.
Well-
In ways we're maybe only now fully grasping.
And Beyond the Fatherhood, the book, it just makes this so incredibly clear right from the start. The core message is what you do matters.
Simple but powerful.
Very. And it's not just a nice saying. The book carefully shows how a father's everyday actions, like his own health choices, how he treats others, how he handles stress, they directly shape his kid's development, almost intrinsically.
So it's not passive.
Not at all.
Okay.
Good fathers, as the author points out, aren't just reacting. They're acting with intention. They're deliberate, understanding that every interaction, every choice is like laying another brick.
Building that foundation.
Exactly. They know they're constantly modeling, teaching, influencing.
And the outcomes, I mean, the data in the book is pretty compelling. It's genuinely transformative stuff.
Yeah.
Kids with actively engaged fathers, they show remarkable advantages. Significantly less likely to drop out of school, less prone to risky sexual behaviors, less likely to end up in the justice system.
That's huge.
And the flip side is just as strong. They're more likely to have higher IQ scores, build healthy, stable relationships, and ultimately get high-paying jobs.
Wow.
But here's a stat that really stopped me.
Mm.
Children who feel that warmth and closeness with their dad, they are twice as likely to go to college.
Twice likely.
75% less likely to have a child as a teen, and 80% less likely to be incarcerated.
Mm-hmm.
That's not just influence. That's changing a life's entire path.
It absolutely is. And beyond just the stats, powerful as they are, the book really hammers home the emotional core of fatherhood.
Right. It's not just provider disciplinarian.
Yeah. No. Fathers are central to emotional well-being. They're crucial caretakers, offering a distinct kind of nurturing. The book even suggests father love might be a more substantial contributor to certain positive outcomes than we thought.
More than we see. Interesting.
Yeah, it's not just about being physically present. It's about deep, committed connection, offering security, validation, that unique emotional bedrock.
It's really clear from just these initial insights. Beyond the Fatherhood isn't just another book. It feels more like a guide,
Yeah.
for men embracing this calling.
Definitely.
So if you're listening and these findings have sparked something, made you want to explore deeper, understand the full impact, you really need to check this book out.
Absolutely essential reading, I'd say.
We put the link in the episode description. Seriously, grab it and start reading today. It's incredible stuff. Okay, so given this huge impact we've just talked about, this far-reaching influence, the natural question is, well, how?
Right, the practical side.
How do we translate this into action? What are the practical qualities Beyond the Fatherhood points to for being effective present without it feeling, overwhelming?
That's the key question, isn't it? And the book does break it down into actionable things. Profound, but actionable. One of the first big ones is simply make time for your family.
Seems obvious, but maybe not so simple.
Exactly. It's not just being in the same room. It's investing significant, focused quality time. And the book even suggests starting before birth
Before birth, how so?
by engaging with the unborn child, hearing the heartbeat, feeling the kicks, talking to them. That early intentional effort, it communicates their importance fosters a deep bond.
Wow. So it starts that early.
It shows them they're valued right from the very beginning. It's showing, not just telling.
And that difference between just being there and being invested, that's huge. It's not just punching a clock.
Precisely. And that connects to another key quality. You cannot be too loving.
The spoiling myth.
Right. We worry, don't we? Am I spoiling them with too much affection? But the book draws this crucial distinction. You cannot give too much genuine love.
Okay. So where does spoiling come in?
It comes in when we substitute that real affection, the listening, the dedicated presence, with leniency or just endless material things.
Using stuff instead of connection.
Exactly. True spoiling isn't too much love. It's often a deficit of connection where gifts replace emotional presence. It's about knowing what really nourishes a child, that unwavering, heartfelt love.
That reframes it completely. Makes perfect sense. Genuine connection, not indulgence.
Exactly. Then there's the balance of give loving discipline and commendation.
Discipline and praise.
Yes. Discipline, the book explains, should always come from loving concern for their long-term well-being and character, not anger, not punishment for punishment's sake.
Setting boundaries out of care.
Right. Coupled with consistent, genuine praise to build confidence, motivate them, like learning to ride a bike, right? The discipline is holding the seat, keeping them safe. The commendation is the cheering, the encouragement that makes them want to try again, to ride on their own.
Good analogy.
And crucially, treat your child with respect. Another fundamental. Polite communication, really listening, valuing their opinion, even when they're little.
That's how they learn it themselves.
Precisely. You lay the groundwork for their own respectful interactions, teaching empathy by example.
Now, here's something I found really interesting. How fathers often engage differently than mothers, and how vital that difference is.
Oh, absolutely. It's a core theme. Beyond the Fatherhood talks a lot about the power of play.
The rough and tumble stuff.
That's a big part of it, yeah. That physical, arousing, sometimes unpredictable rough and tumble play wrestling, piggyback rides, tossing them safely.
Not just burning energy, though.
Definitely not. This active play teaches crucial lessons. Handling their bodies, physical boundaries, managing emotions in high-energy moments. It sets limits on physical violence in a playful way.
Learning control.
Exactly. And it contrasts really nicely with mothers' play styles, which are often more modulated, focused on teaching, verbal stuff, fine motor skills. Both are vital, complementary.
It makes me think of that swim lesson study from the book. Remember that?
Vaguely refresh my memory.
It found fathers tend to position kids facing out towards the social environment, encouraging exploration, looking out.
Right. Fostering engagement with the world.
While mothers often instinctively seek eye contact, providing comfort, making sure the child feels seen, secure.
That's a perfect illustration. Two different approaches, both essential, preparing kids for different aspects of life.
Yeah, but being that great father, the book is clear. It involves real trade-offs. Sacrifice.
Absolutely. It's not always easy. The book touches on that very honestly.
It's not just, less sleep or missing a night out. It's bigger things sometimes.
Like foregoing a dream job because it requires too much travel.
Or letting go of that cool guy image to be the reliable dad at the school play.
Right. The book frames these not just as losses, but as profound investments. Minimizing fleeting pleasures for something eternal, more meaningful.
The flourishing of your kids.
Yeah.
Your legacy.
Exactly.
Look, these insights are really just scratching the surface of what's in Beyond the Fatherhood. It's genuinely a guide, I think, to becoming, a miraculous man.
That's a good way to put it.
Helping you discover so many parts of being a father and just a better man around your family. So if this is hitting home for you,
don't hesitate.
Seriously, grab your copy. The link is right there in our description. Deepen your understanding of these crucial roles. Okay, let's broaden out a bit. Because fatherhood, it doesn't happen in isolation, does it?
No, it's deeply woven into marriage dynamics, the whole family structure, like a complex ecosystem, as you said earlier.
Right. And the book explores how our very idea of family is changing, expanding.
Definitely. Sociologically, we're moving way beyond just the traditional nuclear model. We embrace single-parent households, cohabiting couples, same-sex parents. They're all integral family units.
And what defines family for most people?
Interestingly, the book cites surveys showing children are often the key factor. Their presence nearly doubles the chance a group is seen as a family, regardless of marriage or other markers.
So kids are central to the definition itself.
It seems so. Highlights their importance in our understanding of kinship.
That's fascinating. And speaking of family structures,
Hmm.
that old statistic, half of all marriages end in divorce. It causes a lot of anxiety.
Oh, yeah. You hear it all the time.
But the book argues it's actually pretty misleading.
It absolutely is misleading, that 50% figure. It usually comes from comparing divorces in one year to marriages in that same year. Different groups of people.
Apples and oranges.
Totally. The book explains more accurate methods, like cohort studies following specific marriages over decades. Those show a much steadier, often lower rate.
Like the Canadian example.
Right. Canada's rate has stayed between 35% and 42% recently. Not that dramatic 50%. It's about understanding how the numbers are calculated.
Okay, so if the stats aren't quite so terrifying, what does the book say about strengthening the core, that relationship between parents, especially from the husband's side?
Yeah. Beyond the Fatherhood has this powerful section, What Women Want from Their Husbands. Really insightful.
What stands out?
Well, the basics are there. Understanding, forgiveness, especially around emotional ups and downs.
Yeah.
But it also stresses the need for real conversation.
Beyond just, how is your day?
Way beyond. Sharing thoughts, feelings, dreams, and shared responsibility, household chores, childcare.
Yeah.
Doing your share without being asked. That makes a dad a hero, the book says. Fosters real partnership.
That makes sense. Partnership.
And this leads to a really profound concept the book dives into, shalom bayit.
Peace in the home.
Exactly. Hebrew term. But it's more than just quiet. It's deep harmony, spiritual, relational. And the book highlights this powerful idea that the husband often bears primary responsibility for fostering his wife's happiness and well-being.
Primary responsibility. That sounds heavy. How does that fit with partnership?
That's a crucial question. The book frames it less as soul blame or burden and more as a proactive commitment, being a source of strength, understanding, emotional safety.
Leading by example in creating peace.
Precisely. Which then, ideally, inspires and enables the wife to contribute her strengths, creating this positive cycle of mutual respect and happiness. It's a call to lead with compassion and care.
That reframing makes it incredibly powerful.
Mm.
But what about when things go wrong? The book also touches on bad parenting.
Right. Yes, and it doesn't mince words. It outlines how neglect, inconsistent discipline, abuse, they can cascade into devastating long-term issues.
Not just small problems.
No. Difficulty forming healthy relationships, psychological disorders, depression, crippling low self-esteem, tragically, even increased criminal behavior later on. It really underscores the immense, almost sacred responsibility parents have.
To provide that stable, loving, consistent environment. Because the alternative.
Casts a very long shadow.
Look, for even more on these deep topics, like how your relationship with your own father might be affecting your romantic life now, or really practical ways to bring that shalom bayit into your home beyond the fatherhood, is just full of guidance.
It really is comprehensive.
The link is in the description. Grab your copy, continue this journey of growth. It's worth it. So wrapping this up, what's the big picture? We've seen fatherhood as so much more than just being there or paying the bills.
Right. It's dynamic, complex, incredibly influential, a true calling.
A calling with huge implications.
And summarizing Beyond the Fatherhood, it's about intentional presence, adapting to each child, making sacrifices, actively shaping lives in the family environment. And crucially,
Yes.
excellence, not perfection, is the goal. The book really emphasizes that. Mistakes happen. It's the striving, the learning, the commitment that counts.
That's a relief to hear, honestly. So as everyone listening reflects on this, maybe consider this final piece of wisdom from the book. It really struck me.
Go on.
The most difficult sacrifice for any great father, it's ultimately letting go.
Letting go.
Guiding kids to grow strong, secure enough to thrive independently, to build their own lives without constantly needing to return to the source.
That's the ultimate goal, isn't it? Raising independent, flourishing adults.
So the question for you is, what does that independent flourishing look like for your children? And what kind of enduring legacy are you building right now to help them achieve it? We really hope this deep dive into Beyond the Fatherhood sparked some new thoughts, maybe challenged some old ideas, and gave you some valuable insights.
It's certainly given me a lot to think about again.
For anyone ready to commit to this journey, this path of real growth, we strongly encourage you to explore the book further.
Absolutely.
The link is right there in the episode description. Dive deeper into becoming the father, the husband, the leader you aspire to be.